So the last emperor of Rome was a man named Julian. And there had already been tolerance of Christianity. There was the rise of Christianity. But Julian was a pagan. And he was getting frustrated with the rise of Christianity and tried to bring Rome back to the ancient pagan faith. And we have a document that he wrote trying to encourage pagans to do a better job of caring for the poor and the needy. Because what he wrote in that was essentially, the Christians are gaining a lot of popularity. And one of the things is, guys, we need to do better as pagans of taking care of our poor, because there's lots of poor, there's lots of needy, there's lots of those who are vulnerable. And he said, if you look at the Jews, they take care of themselves really well. And he said, if you look at the Christians, they take care of themselves. And more than that, he called them the Galileans. He said, the Galileans not only take care of their poor, they take care of our poor. He said, they're taking care of our needy. And one of the things we see there is how the church rose, not because it was coercive and violent, but because of its love and concern for the needs of their neighbors. So much so that a pagan emperor was taking note of how good of a job the church was doing of loving those outside the walls. And notice also, they were loving their enemies. These would have been the same people, the same group of people who had persecuted the church, who had put them in prison, who had done things to exclude them, and yet God's people were following what Jesus said of loving their enemies, loving those who were against them.